She walked in with confidence, dressed in power and purpose. But the bank manager never saw past her skin. For 2 hours, she sat there, ignored, dismissed, and quietly observing. What the manager didn't know, she wasn't just a visitor. She was the very person the board had been waiting for. When her identity was revealed, jaws dropped and the entire building stood still. This is a story of how one woman's grace dismantled prejudice and turned silence into a reckoning. Before we continue, hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notification bell to get notified for more. Share to friends. Where are you watching from? Please tell us in the comments. We love seeing how far our story goes. It was a crisp Thursday morning in downtown Atlanta. The skyline shimmered behind the tall glass walls of Wellington First Bank, a prestigious financial institution known for its exclusivity and tradition. Inside, the lobby buzzed with executives, clients in $1,000 suits, and the steady shuffle of polished loafers on marble floors. At precisely 11:58 a.m., Ava Beaumont stepped through the entrance. Tall, elegant, and poised, Ava wore a deep navy pantsuit with silver accents and carried a leather briefcase tucked under her arm. Her natural curls were pinned in a neat twist, and a quiet intensity sat behind her eyes. She walked up to the front desk. "Good morning. I'm here for a noon meeting with Mr. Carlton and the board," she said, smiling politely. The receptionist, young, distracted, blinked, looked her over, then glanced at the nearby manager. The manager, a middle-aged white man in a blue tailored suit, leaned over. His name tag read Martin Decker, Senior Client Liaison. He studied her with a smirk that barely masked condescension. "And you are?" he asked. "Ava Beaumont," she repeated, "CEO of Vanguard Apex. We're scheduled to discuss the partnership initiative." Decker's face shifted, but only slightly. He glanced at the logbook and shook his head. "I don't see you on the list. Maybe you're at the wrong branch." "No, this is the right location. It was confirmed yesterday." "Well," he said with a shrug, "have a seat. I'll let someone know eventually." She raised an eyebrow but said nothing. She turned, walked to a waiting area chair and sat, crossed her legs, opened her planner, and waited. Minutes passed, then 30, then 60. She watched as client after client, mostly white men, were welcomed, escorted upstairs, and offered refreshments. She wasn't approached. Not once. It was now nearly 2 p.m. Upstairs, in the boardroom, confusion brewed. "Where's Miss Beaumont?" asked Mr. Carlton, shifting in his seat. She confirmed she was on her way this morning. The assistant frowned. "She arrived before noon, sir. I was told she's been waiting in the lobby." "In the lobby? Since when?" Carlton stood up. "Show me." Back downstairs, Ava remained composed. She had noticed everything. Decker's dismissive tone, the receptionist's side glances, the fact that her name had never been passed along. But when the elevator dinged and Mr. Carlton stepped out, followed by 2 board members, what happened next turned the entire bank upside down. "Ms. Beaumont," Carlton said, clearly shocked, "we've been waiting for you upstairs. What on earth are you doing down here?" Decker's jaw dropped. "Wait, this is her?" Carlton turned sharply. "You mean to tell me she's been sitting here for almost 2 hours, and you didn't recognize her? You didn't check?" I thought she was a consultant. Or maybe," Decker trailed off, realizing too late how it sounded. "You thought she didn't belong," Ava said quietly, standing. The room went still. Carlton turned red with embarrassment. "This is unacceptable. Miss Beaumont, please come with us." She gathered her things calmly and walked past Decker, who now couldn't meet her eyes. The boardroom was silent, not with disapproval, but with discomfort. Ava didn't lash out. She didn't need to. Instead, when given the floor, she changed her entire presentation. "I came here today prepared to discuss a financial partnership," she began. "But instead, I want to talk about culture." She held up the same notebook she had opened in the lobby. "In here, I recorded every person who walked in after me, every white man who was greeted, offered coffee, and shown upstairs. Every name I heard called. I wasn't acknowledged because I didn't look the part." She let that settle. I'm not angry, she continued, but I am disappointed. Because if your institution cannot see a black woman in a tailored suit and assume leadership, how can we partner on a project meant to empower underserved communities? No one had an answer. Some lowered their heads. Then Ms. Rivera, one of the few women on the board, spoke. Ms. Beaumont, if you're willing, I'd like to propose something. Not just a financial partnership, but a leadership inclusion initiative, led by you, to change what happened today. Ava paused. I'll consider it on one condition. What's that? That man downstairs. I don't want him fired. I want him educated. I want to sit down with him and have a conversation. One-on-one. Everyone looked surprised. Ava continued. Because punishment won't change systems, but conversations might. The twist. What Decker didn't know, and what the board later found out, was that Ava Beaumont had once been a bank teller at a different branch of Wellington First. Years ago, she was passed over for promotions despite her performance. She eventually left banking entirely, built Vanguard Apex from the ground up, and returned now not as an employee, but as a partner. Her journey had come full circle. The very place that once overlooked her now had to face her success, and reckon with what it had missed. The moral, this story isn't just about Ava. It's about the thousands of women, and especially black women, who are seen last, heard less, and respected only after proving 10 times as much. Ava didn't raise her voice. She didn't retaliate. She simply let the truth speak louder than anything else. Because leadership isn't loud. It's consistent. It's powerful. And sometimes it wears heels and a navy blue suit. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you were Ava, what would you have done? If you haven't subscribed till now, please do. Your support means a lot. See you on our next story.